Hi, welcome to Ready, Set, Away, and today I'm going to talk about 4 ways that you can use your Chase Ultimate Reward points. So let's get started. Method number 1 is using the transfer partners. But to do this, you do have to have one of the Chase Ultimate Reward cards that has an annual fee. So if you have the Chase Freedom, Freedom Unlimited, Ink Unlimited, Ink Cash, you will not be able to use the transfer partners. So you will need one of these 3 annual fee cards, and that's the Chase Sapphire Reserve, the Chase Sapphire Preferred, or the Chase Ink Business Preferred. And as you can see, the annual fee ranges from $95 all the way up to $550. The good thing though is that you are able to combine Ultimate Reward points from other cards. So if you do have the Chase Sapphire Reserve and the Freedom Unlimited, you'll be able to take the points from the Unlimited and move that to the Sapphire Reserve account. Now, Chase has 10 airline transfer partners and 3 hotel partners. For this example, I'm going to show you what points could get you if we were to, I'm going to use Hyatt in this example. And for this example, I picked a random weekend, a random hotel, so this is not a real trip. So I went to Hyatt and I looked up this hotel with these dates, and the total cash price would be $1,950.10. Now, if we were to use Hyatt points, this same room would cost me 25,000 points per night, and the total cost would be 75,000 points. And if I were to convert that to a dollar amount, that would be the equivalent of paying $750. So this is a savings of $1,200. And if I were to book this room, this would give me 2.6 cents per point value. So this is almost 3 times as much value versus paying cash. So we can see, when you use the transfer partners, this is where you can get the most value if you're willing to do the work and willing to do the research. The thing about using transfer partners is that you won't always be able to find availability when you're trying to book with points. So that's something to keep in mind if that's something you want to do. Method number 2 is using Chase's travel portal. This is a great option if you don't feel like transferring points and then hoping that you can find award availability with the airline or with the hotel and just trying to, go through that process. Especially if you do a lot of last minute booking, then it can be very difficult to try to find exactly what you need and, being able to use your points that way. So I do like this option for most users. Now, if you do happen to have one of the annual fee cards that earn Ultimate Reward points, you'll get a boost in value. So with the Sapphire Reserve, you'll get a 50% boost, and with the Sapphire Preferred and the Business Preferred, you'll get a 25% boost in points. In this travel portal example, I also used the Hyatt booking. So I went to Hyatt's website, and you can see that the cash price for this room is $884.58. I looked up the same booking on Chase's travel portal, and the cash price for this room is $837.66. The point value for this room, if I were to use my points, and I have the Sapphire Reserve, so with that 50% boost in points, it will only cost me 55,844 points. Now, when I put the 2 side by side, I can see that it will, if I was to book this room, it will cost me less points if I use my Chase points through the travel portal. It would also cost me less cash in this case. It did show up that it was $46 less in the travel portal. And even if I had the Sapphire Preferred or Ink Preferred and only got the 25% boost, it would still cost me less points if I went through the travel portal. So in this case, it comes out to about $279 in savings using my Sapphire Reserve card. Even though I'm guaranteed a point boost by having the Chase Sapphire Reserve and using the travel portal, I still think it's a good idea to just check direct with that hotel or direct with that airline or cruise, and just make sure that you're not paying an inflated price on the travel portal. So it's always good to just make sure that the cash price is about the same before you use your points in a travel portal. Method number 3 is using your points for a statement credit. This is not popular in the travel rewards community, but it is an option if you don't have a Chase Ultimate Reward card that has an annual fee. So if you're running a cashback setup, this is an option to use. It's pretty simple and straightforward. So in this example, I just entered $100 and you can see that it is valued at 10,000 points. So that's how many points that will be deducted if I were to do a statement credit. And when you click to the next screen, you'll see that you'll get a couple of options. So I can choose to redeem for a statement credit, or I can choose to deposit into a bank account. I like the bank account option because, if I want to make sure that I want to use this cash back or these points specifically for travel, then what I can do is I can link it to a bank account and just, have that bank account just build up with cash. And when I'm ready to make my travel purchase, I'll have the money set aside to do so. So again, if you don't have an Ultimate Rewards card with an annual fee, then this is an option to use your points for travel. Method number 4 is using your points for gift cards. This is by far the least popular in the community, but again, it is an option, especially if you don't have an Ultimate Reward card with an annual fee. But I like to use the statement credit over this option unless you can find gift cards that are on sale. So in this example, I just logged into my account, and on the home screen with the gift cards, they have like featured cards, and I just highlighted what cards you can see that had 5% off, 10% off, and that's what you want to look for, I think, if you're going to use your points for gift cards. So that way you're not required to spend as many points. So when I go to the next screen, you can see exactly how many points are needed. So in the Lowe's, I think that one was 5% off. And then with this Happy Moments, it was 10%. So you can, normally it would cost you 2,000 points for a $20 gift card, but you can see that it's only requiring that you use 1,800 points. So that's how I would do it. If I was going to use my points for gift cards, I would definitely try to make sure I get a gift card that's on sale. So that's the 4 ways to use your Chase Ultimate Reward points. To do a quick recap, the first method is transfer partners. Second method is travel portal. Third method is statement credit. And the fourth method is gift cards. So let me know what you guys think. I do have a favorite. Right now, I like using the travel portal. I would prefer to use the transfer partners to try to get the most value for my points. But what I've noticed the last year, and even with my travel plans this year, a lot of my travel has been last minute. So I haven't been able to get that maximum value. So having the travel portal and getting that 50% boost in my case with the Sapphire Reserve works really well for me. Hopefully, I'll be able to use transfer partners a little bit more to get some value, but if not, at least I'm getting 1.5% value in my case with the travel portal. So let me know what you guys think, what methods you guys use, if you guys have any questions. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe, and as always, take care. What is going on with this lighting? I don't know what's going on with this lighting.